Hey, Kyle here. It's another Kyle Paints 2020. What an interesting year this is turning out to be. Ugh. I'm kind of hitting a transition point. I'm about halfway through painting these, and I'm feeling an urge to drastically change directions. The global pandemic lined up pretty much with me finishing my last body of work and really wanting to sort of start fresh and introduce some new ideas. And then the whole global pandemic lockdown thing started, and I couldn't really go anywhere. At first I was, very into it and being very responsible and staying inside and starting to go stir crazy and going for walks strictly within my own neighborhood, just kind of the same 2 or 3 blocks over and over again. And I'd bring my camera and just try to find new ways to capture the same things. And started making a body of work on it, introducing some new challenges and things I've never really been able to get to work before. The overall themes I was working with were things on restfulness, slow contemplation. I don't know the name for it, but if you ever said a word or your own name over and over and over and over again to the point where it loses all meaning and just becomes this weird sound that comes out of your mouth as you move your tongue around. There's this weird thing where if you focus on one thing for too long, it just sort of breaks apart into abstraction. And I wanted to introduce that into this series of work, which is why there's a lot more patterning and geometric elements and fewer expressive brushstrokes in these. And for some reason, they were overwhelmingly cool paintings. They're very predominantly white, blue, and black. I was kind of getting to a point where there's just so much blue in all of these, and I almost wanted to introduce the opposite and get some nice, fiery reds and oranges going. And then I got thinking, but where could I look for inspiration for that? I'm just going to not bother with the other sketches I produced, and I'm going to start working on an entirely new body of sketches based on photographs from the protests. And lots of fire and destruction and building scaffolding, and it's kind of, I'm not sure how I feel about it because it's watching history being written. It's a little more potentially politically charged. I've typically kept people strictly out of my work before, just keep it on the overall sense of place. But I guess this new half will be more about it being a place of action. And I guess expressing the extreme contrasts between the blue geometric restful paintings and the orange and red fiery expressionistic wild energetic paintings that I haven't even sketched out yet, so I don't know how they're going to turn out, but I'm pretty awesome, so I'm sure they'll be great.